Hello everybody, we are going to talk today about a game that is very well unknown in the States and in most of Europe too. This is Superstar Who Hates the Next Challenge. It's from the Italian software house Milestone. Let's talk about this game. So it's about a now defunct racing series that was quite popular for a couple of years in Italy. It's populated with really big, bulky, powerful cars, all with real well traction. So there are some, as you can see, Maseratis, Chevrolets, BMWs, all really bulky and powerful with no traction control or ABS or anything. Most of the drivers were professionals or former F1 drivers. Actually, it was a really interesting series back then, but let's see this game. One of the first things that is interesting to notice is that it's really using the same cars as the real series, so there's the same sponsor, same drivers. Each of the car has its own engine node that is not very common back then on PlayStation 3. Also, you can see there's different values for the car's characteristics. Many other things are quite interesting to see. There's a good choice of tracks. You see Portimao, Vallelunga, Monza, Kyalami, that is quite a rated one, Valencia, Vairano, Misano Adriatico, Imola, Adria, there is Magione, so there is a good number of Mugello too, there is a really good number of tracks, many of those from Italy, and all of those tracks were into the series in real life too, so not bad. So there is taking a look at the inside view of the game. There is some free practice, no setup on this, no traction control or anything set it up, so I'm going to be quite slow. But besides that, you can see that it's instantly telling you what is your gap from the pole position in this qualifying session, the fastest lap, your current lap. You can see the drivers in front of you. Actually, everything is quite well done. Maybe the resolution could have been a little better or a little more smooth in frame rate, but I think it is quite a good effort considering that then it supports up to 19 cars on track. That is not really bad. There is Portimao, that is quite an amazing track, to be honest. I'm not sure how well those tracks are made, but they work well. I mean, they feel right and tight while driving, so quite okay. So you can see that the computer is quite fast on the fastest settings. The car is not very easy to bring wrong if you are using no heights. That was how the series was running, but there's the chance for using traction control, ABS and such. You can see that the driver pull it back to the pit, so quite well done. Let's take a look at some other details that are quite interesting. So here you can see that there's telemetry for all cars and trucks, so you can review your lap times, and you can even save and load the data from other cars. That is really advanced and surprising in such a game. Actually, they put a lot of effort in this game, in my opinion. You see how detailed it is, and you can see even the ride height changing into the various sections of the track. So you can see a simple and effective roundup of the qualifying sessions. Let's move next. So let's take a look at a race. This game is really good into bringing you on track from your seat in track. As you can see, there's quite a good introduction to the race, showing cars on grid. Then it shows actually the cars leaving the grid and the position of all of the drivers with the lap times. That is really well done. Actually, I don't think there's another game so good yet, even on PlayStation 4. And when you press the button, it starts the warm-up lap, and you can more or less get pumped up for action before it, since you can actually watch the whole thing if you want, or skip it to the following lap and racing. The cars are not that bad in details actually. They look a lot better than I expected. The only thing that is a little weird is sometimes colors in this game are a little off. Something like you are running at, I don't know, sunset, it is too yellowish and such. It is race start. Now you can see this is just a short race, 3 laps. That is not the full race distance, obviously, but just for showing how the other drivers behave on track. So let's see, we were a little slow starting, but you can see that the computer head is fighting amongst themselves, touching them each other, trying to overtake, slowing down after the contact, going wide, blocking their wells. It's quite interesting, I have to say. It is really way better than most other games actually. I think that the AI in this game really smokes Gran Turismo 6, for example. You can see how they try to take different lines. There might be some taps like this, like that, going in and there. It's quite interesting. I don't know your opinion of this, but also the AI is quite fast and battling each other. The races usually go for a long time with quite a full grid into not too much of a distance, to say so closely packed. You can see that actually the AI is not pulling back ever. Actually, sometimes they can be a little nasty, or it might look like they didn't see you, but most of the time actually they are competent enough for such an old game. On a few tracks actually I have to admit that they have some little issues, like not going fast enough in some corners, but I mean it's something that might happen even in other games. It's happening into Assetto Corsa or Project Cars too, so nothing major in my opinion. So there's damages in this game too, so here we are going to ram another car, and you see we had some damages in our car. Actually you can see into the replay the hood being bent, the broken windows, and the damages impact your car speed, so not bad. Another really wonderful stuff about this game is the post-race replays. As you can see, it shows you your car leaving the grid, and then it starts making highlights. These are automatically generated, but are surprising because actually it shows all the interactions of the other cars and overtakings. These overtakes are from the computer, so you can see how interesting they were battling between themselves. It is amazing in my opinion, not really something that you see in any other games that I can think about. Again, this is still the computer battling each other, so as you can see, the engine notes are really different for each car. This is me as the driver, being highlighted by the computer for my battle. See, you can actually take a good look at how the cars behave. It's not bad, really, it's not bad in my opinion. But one of the most amazing things about this game, replays that are actually really good in my opinion, is that if you enter manually the replay after the race, you can speed up, stop, and change from one car to another on the fly, and it's incredibly fast and effective. Now you'll see how easy it is to jump from one car to another. That zooming before, it was made by myself, and this rolling around too, so you can roll completely as you wish. And it even tilt the replay camera as you want, and it works really well. It is incredibly surprising with 19 cars on track how fast it goes from one car to another. As you can see, how everything works smoothly. Really, I think it's one of the best replays I have ever seen, and it's really cinematic and working incredibly well. Now there's not much left to say, besides that there's actually weather too into the game. So there's wet track you can race on. The race condition change from race 1 to race 2. During the race, actually the racing lines is drying up, and you can change your setups as you wish for such situations. See, you can even see some water sprays. That is not bad really, actually. It's actually a really good effort at trying to insert even weather in such a game. So I'm not going to give a vote or say much more than that, but it's one of those really strange games almost nobody ever took the liking to or gave some trust or options. And I think it's worth noting that it has some stuff that is never seen before in other games, even more recent, like the replays and pre-race. That is really amazing stuff. Thank you for watching.